Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're back. I'm so glad to be back. It has been a minute. I wanted to get on really fast and first of all, apologize for my absence. I have had a hard time finding a video editor that like a program that works, and so I'm trying Adobe Spark on my phone instead of transferring stuff to my computer and doing it that way. So we're gonna see how this goes. So if you're watching this, it worked, and if you're not, who am I talking to? I wanted to make this video based on a question that a friend just asked me, which is how I weaned my toddler. So Jemma is 20, she'll be 22 months tomorrow. And I nursed her until she was 19 months old. So I wanted to tell you kind of how that process went of being able to stop and be done, because let me tell you, I was ready to be done. I know there are moms who go to like their babies are 3 and stuff, and kudos. I don't know how you do it. It's draining, you know, literally. The first thing we did was actually back at 8 months, and that was that we actually sleep trained our baby using this book right here, Good Night Sleep Tight by Kim West. This is, she's the sleep lady. And she talks about a gentler method called the shuffle, and I'm gonna do a whole video on that when I get a chance. So the first major thing that we did was we cut out night feeding. So she was no longer getting up to nurse in the middle of the night. And that was part of sleep training. Yes, Jemma. And we did that around 8 months. So it's been, you know, well over a year now. And the next thing that we did didn't start till like 17, 18 months, you know, when I was first kind of like, we've been at this a while. I think I want to be done, you know? And that next thing that we did was just to try saying no to one feeding a day. So, you know, a lot of people were asking, well, how many times do you feed her a day? I'm like, whenever she asks for it, you know? So we usually did nurse first thing in the morning. Right when she woke up, we would go sit in her rocking chair and nurse before we got up and got dressed and stuff. Right, Jem? Say, uh-huh. We didn't cut out the morning feed right away. I just started by trying to say no to her once a day, and that was it. And that was just enough to kind of get it started, to kind of get her used to like, oh no, I don't need Booby to like be satisfied. I can find other things to do. I can play with my toys. I can, you know, have milk from a sippy cup, you know, and it's not so much that we replaced every time she wanted to nurse with another drink. It's just that we replaced it with something else, you know, just go do something else, go have something else. You know, sometimes if I was desperate, and I was, because I was in the first trimester of the second pregnancy, here he is, and it was terrible, and I was exhausted. I had no energy. I was mildly nauseous all the time, and it was terrible. I was even having like depression symptoms and stuff. It was no fun. So yeah, sometimes we really were desperate, and I would just like turn on the TV for her. You know, you do what you gotta as a mom. Which, by the way, I highly recommend Baby Einstein. If you're gonna let your babies watch TV, have them watch Baby Einstein. So it was all about just like finding ways to distract her, things to keep her otherwise occupied. And we were able to cut out, you know, a lot of feedings that way, just by saying no once a day and just kind of getting her used to that. And eventually we cut out the morning feeding too. Instead of just picking her up and putting her right on the boob first thing in the morning, I'd pick her up and ask her, what do you want for breakfast? And I'd kind of go through some options. Do you want oatmeal? Do you want some fruit? Do you want yogurt? What do you want? You know? And sometimes I could yes, I could get her distracted enough from nursing that she wasn't thinking about, oh, it's first thing in the morning, I want Booby. She was thinking, oh, let's go downstairs and get some food, you know? So that's what we did. Yeah, gaki, that's her word for food. So the final thing that did it for us was we went to my in-laws for Thanksgiving, and she had enough going on there. She's got an uncle who's only 3, and she just had so much fun with all the toys and the friends and the people and stuff going on that she went an entire day without asking to nurse. Or even if she did ask, once or twice, I just said no and, sent her on her way and had her do something else. And that was what did it for us. She went a full day without it. And I was like, all right, we're done. Let's be done. And she still asked for it, at least once a day for 2 or 3 weeks. And I just would say, no, we're going to do something else. No, we're done with Booby, and that's how it went. We were all done. It was really great. So there you go. That's how we were able to stop nursing, and it was quite a relief. It was what we needed, and I'm really glad that it's done. All right, so if you guys are nursing and you're wanting to figure out how to be done, hopefully something in this video helped you. Let me know if you guys have any questions that I can answer. I'm not a lactation consultant. I'm not an expert. I'm just a mom who nursed a baby and then stopped. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Tummy, tummy, tummy. Oh, tummy.
Dummy.
Tummy. Good job.